did feel just the walls or something did feel a little bit just kind of old and squeaky. I agree with what everybody said, but I didn't see any ghosts or anything.
I have yet to have a haunting experience, but I know numerous teammates sleep together. Well, not sleep together, but bunk up and sleep in each other's rooms. There's quite a few haunted stories I hear from that place.
I'm scared of it now, hearing some stories from some of you guys. Just the family of 4 outside your bed freaked me out last year.
I might. It just depends. If I hear a story or two that are pretty freaky, then I might just have to stay in a different hotel.
No incidents with me, only just kind of messing around with teammates.
My first year in the big leagues, I kept hearing all this stuff about the Pfister Hotel. We played a nice little prank on Wade Miley there. But it was like me, Cliff Pennington, AJ, and Wade, all our rooms connected. So we played a nice little prank on Wade. He wasn't able to sleep that night.
I created a couple. It's just one of those places where, you'll always find the teammate or two that is going to believe everything they read. And it brings a good opportunity for a little scare at night. And, we definitely taken advantage of that.
It sounds fine. Like, 90% of them's like, yeah, it's fine. It's not scary. Like, is this just time filler? What the hell was this?
Didn't you hear that woman's phone was...
The battery died.
Yeah.
Whoa!
She almost had to order a new phone, but it was fine. Yeah, I know they have to. There's got to be a lot of filler when you're doing this baseball content, and like this Pfister Hotel story, man, this is going nowhere. Like the only good part of that was they were talking about, we usually sleep together. I mean, near each other, or we have sleepovers.
Aging Dr. Freud.
I can't believe they're besmirching the name of the Pfister Hotel. Fine name.
Such an elegant, elegant and like smooth.
I know that's
it rolls off the tongue.
Every time he goes to Milwaukee.
I'm in Milwaukee about 6 times a year on business, and I'm always at the Pfister.
He's fisted at the Pfister.
Yeah, come get fisted at the Pfister. Sorry, that was too much.
Well, there has to be some point of them playing this. So, like, while this sounds like a lot of nothing, let's hear from Shelby Miller and his terrifying. He has some terrifying experience with his sister Pfister Hotel.
Well, Wade might have been a little bit of an easy target. I do have to say, Patrick Corbin there, the family of 4, he heard a story from our producer, Brian Henry, last year that really spooked him, and you could see it in Patrick's eyes. He's a little frightened staying here at the Pfister. So, no stories yet, but there are 2 more nights here to go. Meanwhile, Shelby Miller, who is currently on the DL, just undergoing Tommy John, but he has his own unique story of his time staying at the Pfister.
Yeah, I've had tons of incidents there.
Do tell.
Well, so there's been multiple road trips where I've had to pull away a rollaway cot into a room with one of my buddies on the team. One year with the Braves, it was Jace Peterson, the second baseman. He told me he had got off the elevator and saw some kind of shadow go by the lampshades, and he said he turned around the corner and no one was there. So he came to my room totally freaked out, and I wanted to know what was going on, and, it kind of spooked me a little bit. So I went and got a cot in his room so we could stay together and keep each other comfortable. And then, no lie, the next morning we went down and got a Starbucks from the, lobby hotel, went back up to the room. We're drinking our Starbucks before we were going to go to the field, and he went to reach over and grabbed his Starbucks, and there was like somebody had stabbed it with a knife in the side of the cup, and it was leaking coffee out of it.
Oh, my God.
And then, no lie, 10 seconds later, the channel changed. That's a true story, dude. That's a true story.
That's not just us laughing. The people that are interviewing were laughing too. So, Shelby Miller, is this just an excuse for these guys to have sleepovers? Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, I like to imagine all the players like rushing into the manager's room, like little kids going to their parents' bed because they're scared, and all sleeping, cuddling up with the manager and sleeping together.
And his Starbucks, though, I mean, he brought his Starbucks up, and it's like they got a defective cup. The shit's leaking everywhere.
Someone stabbed his Starbucks. What the fuck? What the hell kind of animal does that?
To Howard Schultz. But also, I mean, we have to acknowledge here that the Arizona Diamondbacks are famously the most cowardly team in Major League Baseball.
They have to be. I mean, and I can picture Major League Baseballers getting Starbucks before. You think, I mean, I guess it's baseball, but you think athletes are some kind of protein shake, they're on some kind of regimen.
Yeah. I had that same thought. It's like, all right, dude, you want to go get a Frappuccino?
Let's get a Starbucks.
Yeah. I also like that every now and then you hear people do that, what they did, where they refer to it as a Starbucks. Like, hey, I'm going to get me a Starbucks.
A round of Starbucks for the boys.
Like, that's the name of the place, not the thing you're drinking. But,
well, we're gonna switch from baseball to basketball. A sport with it's got a recent history of unbelievable stories such as Kyrie Irving and the flat Earth theories, not series, but that's kind of chilled out a little bit. But our first basketball story is, get this, another haunted hotel, the Skirvin Hotel in Oklahoma City.
Skirvin. That's what kids called me in middle school.
Skirvin
Cobbs.
The Fister Skirvins. Play the clip, Rob.
This is the story of the Skirvin Hotel in Oklahoma City, the supposed haunted hotel where opposing NBA teams stay the night at before a game against the Thunder. Players who fly to Oklahoma City to play against the Thunder and stay in the Skirvin Hotel have talked about seeing furniture move, doors slammed shut on their own, and have heard voices. Like some hotels, they also have a bed bug problem that kept Kyrie Irving from finishing a game against the Thunder last year. He had to leave the game early because he got bit by bed bugs the night before.
Just imagine how freaked out you would be if you saw freaking 5 big-ass bed bugs just sitting on your pillow. Like,
the origin of the Skirvin Hotel story goes back to the early 1900s about a maid named Effie who had a child with the hotel's owner, W.B. Skirvin. To protect his reputation and avoid a scandal in the news, Skirvin locked her in a room in the 10th floor where Effie lost her mind being trapped and went crazy. She eventually would throw herself and the baby out the hotel window. There's a bunch of interviews, so let's go through what NBA players have said when they go to this hotel. Caron Butler, he played for a number of teams including the Heat and the Thunder, said everybody knows about her, referring to Effie. Back in 2014, Jeff Ayers of the Spurs said, "I get to my room and my key doesn't work, but it sounds like there's somebody in my room. Like I hear a little baby, not crying, but making noise." Ayers also said teammates heard kids and babies running down the hallway, even though none of the players brought their kids to the hotel room. Even Tim Duncan has confirmed this story. Duncan said, "I heard a baby in his room. There was somebody or something in his room. Yeah, I definitely heard something." Justice Winslow said when he was taking a shower at the hotel, he saw the bathroom door open up on its own. He also said he had to deal with bugs and roaches in the room. When Taj Gibson was on the Bulls, he said his bathroom door at the Skirvin Hotel closed itself on its own. Gibson said he tries not to believe the ghost stories, but it was a weird feeling for him actually witnessing the bathroom slam itself shut. That same night, Derrick Rose stayed in James Johnson's room because he was so scared of seeing a ghost or hearing a noise. James Johnson is a black belt, so he felt safe with him. Rose said, "Me and JJ heard some stuff in the hallway last night. We didn't say anything about it last night, but we heard some stuff." Okay, remember that Spurs story with Jeff Ayers and Tim Duncan? Let's go back to that. Ime Udoka, who played for the Kings and Spurs, he's an assistant coach of the Spurs right now, says he's not the type of guy to make up BS, and says he has heard similar things like Duncan and Ayers. Same sounds, kids in the hallway. I remember hearing voices and looking out the peephole and nobody's out there. Greg Popovich never heard of the hotel stories until he was out of Oklahoma City that night in 2014. Pop said, "Ghosts are scared of me like everybody else. Luckily, nobody said anything to me until we left. I would have hid under the bed probably."
Holy shit. Wow. So, yeah, even Pops is scared of this Skirvin Hotel.
That's some more like, yeah. I don't know. I buy this one more than the Fister Hotel.
It kind of sounds like a shitty hotel to me. And that's like, there's like bugs and doors don't close.
Yeah, it's amazing that NBA players are staying at a hotel that has a roach problem.
The other question I have too is like if like both the Fister and the Skirvin are known to be bad, why keep staying there.
Well,
Like,
those are the only hotels in Milwaukee. And
oh, okay. I've never
Yeah.
been to Milwaukee. I didn't know.
It also sounds like another excuse for sleepovers where he had to talk about, well, JJ's got a black belt. I'm going to go stay with him tonight. It's like, come on, guys.
We all know black belts can stop ghosts.
And bed bugs and roaches.
But you can't shoot a ghost, but you can fight it hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat.
you can karate kick the shit out of the ghost.
You know this, but the top UFC fighter right now is a ghost.
H.H. Fister Skirvin. But the real headline of this story is from none other than Meta World Peace, a.k.a. Ron Artest. All right. Yeah.
Queensbridge, him going up in the stands and hitting people is still top notch.
He doesn't take shit from ghosts. And here's a story from everyone's favorite source for sports news after Sports Lords, The Fumble.
Hey guys, it's Ty. Thanks for watching The Fumble. All right, Meta World Peace just said he was touched inappropriately by a ghost. Yeah, I can't make this stuff up. All right, the Lakers were in town for their Sunday night game in OKC. The team got rooms for everyone at the Skirvin Hilton Hotel, which is notoriously haunted. Several NBA teams have stayed at this hotel when they're in town to play the Thunder, and several players have reported having to deal with spirits while they were there. This place is so haunted, Lou Williams and Larry Nance Jr. paid for their own dang rooms at a different hotel. Yeah, it's serious. Now, Meta claims while he was in his room watching a movie, he could physically feel them touching him. He said, "The ghosts were all over me. I just accepted it. They touched me all over the place. I'm taking one of the ghosts to court, though, for touching me in the wrong place." Now, obviously, he's joking about taking a ghost to court, but Meta insists he's serious about everything else. All right, guys, this hotel is 105 years old, and legend has it the ghosts of this hotel play a little offense for OKC by distracting their opponents all night in the hotel room so they don't sleep well. And according to players around the league, they don't sleep well when they're at this hotel. Okay, the ghost's name is Effie, and she's a former housekeeper who died in the hotel, allegedly. Here is a list of all the complaints from NBA players around the league about her specifically. Waking up to their bathtub being filled with water for no reason, a woman appearing alongside them while they're showering, risky, and the sound of a woman crying in their room. Derrick Rose was quoted saying, "It was scary last night after staying there." Yeah, here's the deal. Why do teams keep staying there? I think it's pretty clear. Effie is a Thunder fan, and this is why their home record is so high. Other teams can't perform well the next day because they couldn't sleep. Just saying. All right, guys, what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh. Well, thank you, host of The Fumble. And yeah, that host sounded really kind of horny for the ghost when she's talking about it being in the shower with these guys.
Frisky.
No, blame her. I mean, we're all horny for ghosts on some level.
Well, I'll say I
On
can
every
really
level.
represent Ron Artest in Ghost Court.
Well, Jimmy, I
think he's got a pretty strong case.
Jimmy, I have to warn you. I don't know if you want to do that because ghost lawyers are notoriously great at practicing law.
Well, of course I know that, but I think it's a strong case. So,
strong case or not, you're gonna have to go against Casper H. Ghostowitz.
I kind of picture Ron Artest looking like Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters with his eyes rolling in his head, getting
Do the old nasty.
Like, he had to steal the headline from everybody, you know, like, everyone's just like, yeah, it's freaky, and I just went and hugged my teammate, and he's like, man, no, it's touching me all over. It's touching me everywhere. I'm going to sue him for touching me.
Yeah, that's, you hate to question a victim's story, but when it's Meta World Peace and it's a ghost, maybe you can question
I want to believe victims, but I don't know.
The guy's name is World Peace. He couldn't harm anybody. He's totally believable. We'll have to put that in that category. But we got another basketball story, and this is from a guy named Baron Davis. And for you guys who don't know, he's a former basketball player, and he's a studio analyst for the NBA on TNT. He's the two-time NBA All-Star. He was drafted with the 3rd overall pick in the 99 draft by the Charlotte Hornets. He also played in the NBA for the New Orleans Hornets, Golden State Warriors, LA Clippers, Cleveland Cavaliers, New York Knicks. And he played at UCLA, where he was an All-American honoree, four-term professional. And he was a star high school player, too. Now, Barron appeared on a program called The Champ